What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the massive NIO catalyst coming up this week. They're projected to release their delivery numbers, so all of the Chinese electric vehicle companies will be releasing their delivery numbers for the first month of 2021. This is going to be a massive day once they release their numbers, and we're going to see the stock go way higher or way lower than it is currently trading at right now. We're also going to go over some of the most recent price targets that NIO has received and some of the other great news that has come out about the company. I also have a very specific options play that I got into on Friday, so we're going to go over that towards the end of the video. I'm going to explain exactly why I chose the strike that I did and what my plan is for this trade. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you're never late on any one of these new videos that I post, and you can stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies that I am using to trade them. So if we go over and take a look at the chart of NIO, we can see that it had a massive run up into the NIO Day event in which they released their new ET7 sedan, a direct competitor of a Tesla model, which is important because Tesla has said that about 47% of all of their vehicle sales will come from China in the coming years. So it is very good to see NIO coming out with a competitive model at a competitive price point with competitive technology in order to kind of siphon off that market share that Tesla has. We also saw them come out with the 1000 kilowatt hour battery and their new autonomous driving platform. So NIO had a massive run up, kind of sold off, and is now in this little consolidation period where they're kind of pinned in a range. Now, this week, NIO is supposed to be putting out their new delivery numbers, and at the current time, the analysts are projecting that these delivery numbers are going to be around 7,500 to 8,000 units. So we're going to get into that a little bit later in this video, but let's take a look at some of the good news that has come out about NIO recently. So we just saw that basically the NIO's EC6 scores very high in China's most watched crash test. So we can see down here in the crash test conducted by the China Insurance Research Institute of Automobile Technology, the NIO EC6 scored G in the Occupant Safety Index, Pedestrian Safety Index, and Vehicle Assist Safety Index, and G is the highest score in the Institute's evaluation criteria. We've seen NIO's safety measures before. We saw them mention when they talked about their autonomous driving platform that their autonomous driving was built upon an idea of redundancies for safety, so that when the regulators come in and decide if they are going to allow this technology to be in vehicles on their roads, they're going to have no choice but to allow these NIO vehicles with this technology on the roads and available to the public. Recently, NIO has also received some pretty aggressive price targets by some very big institutions. So the first one we're going to go over is, if we take a look at this one, Daiwa Securities adjusts NIO price target to $100 from $70 and maintains a buy rating. At the current time, NIO is trading at $57. Now, full disclosure, Daiwa does have a pretty large position in NIO, so it is in their best interest to upgrade NIO's price target to the highest possible number that they can without looking stupid. So the next price target we are going to look at is NIO gains after Morgan Stanley pushes price target up to street high. So Morgan Stanley boosts its price target on NIO to $80 from $33 on confidence the electric vehicle upstart is a strong place to gain more market share. So basically what they're saying is that they believe that NIO's new factory in China and their plans to penetrate the European market throughout 2021 through a factory and distribution chain throughout Denmark. They think that this is going to lead to more deliveries, more sales, and more market share for NIO in the long term. Now, as I've said before, a lot of the valuation of these car companies, especially the electric vehicle companies, is not solely made up out of the delivery sales. When they beat their delivery projections, yes, it is going to have a really good effect on the share price. But when the company comes out with new technology, that's what's mainly the important driving factor in giving these companies a valuation. If we just take a look at Tesla, they're valued at over $1 million per car sold. So we can see that the technology plays a really big role in giving these car companies a valuation. So now let's take a deeper look into the massive catalyst that NIO has coming up this week, the release of their delivery numbers. So if we take a look at this article, we can basically see that Chinese electric vehicle stocks have seen some moderation and momentum in recent sessions. One upcoming catalyst could lift the stocks out of this lackluster phase. The January delivery numbers are due next week. Now, NIO didn't really have a lackluster phase over the last month. We saw it go from the $44 range all the way up to $64, but over the last week, it has been consolidating in the high $50 range. So if we come down a little bit further, we can take a look at exactly the NIO numbers that they released for December. So in December, NIO delivered a record 7,007 vehicles, comprising 2,009 ES8s, 2,493 ES6s, and 2,505 of the company's newly launched EC6s. So that's a very good sign. In total, in 2020, NIO delivered about 45,000 vehicles. So they are growing at a very substantial rate. And if we can see their new Chinese factory get up and running very soon, and they actually get their factory in Denmark up and running very soon, we're going to see these delivery numbers go sky high, and the growth rate's going to go absolutely insane because they're going to be able to get into new markets. So let's get into the very specific options play that I have gotten into for these delivery number releases. So if we go over and take a look at the options chain for NIO, we're going to be taking a look at the February 19th expiration date. And if you remember before in this video, we said that Morgan Stanley had just upgraded NIO's price target to $80. So if we go over and take a look at the open interest on the NIO options chain for this expiration date, we can see that the 65s have an unusually high open interest compared to some of the other contracts. We can see that the closer to the money contracts, such as the 60s, have a very high open interest, but they are very expensive. So the 65s have a high open interest, and then 70 through 80 have another streak of really high open interest. We can also see the volume on these contracts is pretty high. The same thing can be seen with the 65. So what I went ahead and did is I bought just one of these NIO $80 strikes for February 19th. Now, I don't think that NIO is going to go all the way up to 80 unless they absolutely kill their delivery numbers. So right now, the projections are between 7,500 units and 8,000 units. If they came out and said that they delivered 10,000 units in January, then I could see NIO going all the way up into the $70 range, and these contracts would gain a lot in value. But the reason that I didn't get any more than one contract was because of this really high implied volatility and just the riskiness of this trade. I'm basically gambling that NIO is going to have really good delivery numbers and the stock price will go up. If NIO comes out and doesn't have good delivery numbers, the stock price is going to go down, and the value of these contracts is going to plummet. So I only spent $100 on this trade. I'm fully fine with losing $100 in my portfolio right now. If you've seen some of my other videos, we're up about 350% on our Palantir trade, and we were up at one point almost 700%. Even up as much as $3,500, depending on how many contracts that you got. So we are sitting at a good point, and I thought that it would be a good idea to just get in the game for NIO for their delivery numbers announcement. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I had for you in this one, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on that notification bell. It really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it when you guys do that. So you guys get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies that I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.